I took urban economy, urban and regional economic development. So that was taken primarily by Sudeshna Mitra, and she was supported by Shreya and Amog. So it focused basically, the course structure was something that I wasn't really expecting, because I had done economics, a little bit of economics prior to this, and so this was a very different approach to that, and I was very glad that it was. Having said that, some of the things were extremely new. We dealt with stuff like we delved into some really financial aspects of like how to come up with a project financial, for instance, things I would never really care about outside of this space prior to coming here. So, and you talk, land economy became a huge important topic in the second week. How did it go? The classes were, it was a classroom oriented, it was a theory course. Unlike housing, which was hands-on, you go to the field. URID was meant to be a theory-oriented classroom, and that's fine. Sometimes some people's strengths are attributed to sitting in the classroom and learning about things, and I think for URID that was perfect. So the next elective that I took was sanitation, out of sanitation and climate change. So sanitation was divided primarily in, so the first half we dealt with the technical aspect of it by going through the sanitation value chain, all the way from access and containment to disposal and reuse. And the second week was the governance and legal framework. The IHS Chennai team took care of that, the entire elective. And the technical part was in fact thoroughly interesting for me, although it did receive mixed reviews from the class. It was extremely interesting for me. I never knew, I'm someone who's a breadth person, not a depth person, but for the first time, depth in a particular field or a particular sector really mattered to me. Elective term, what IHS faculty always tells you is that they want to push you in certain directions. Elective term really does. They mean it when they say they want to push you. They go into deep nuances, things you don't really want to do. And then later you realize, oh, well, that made sense. I mean, it's making, sometimes the pieces don't fall together as and when they should. And that's okay. And that's something I think everyone grapples with over here. Sometimes none of it makes sense. Sometimes you're just like, why are we learning this? But then later on, when you do some self-reflective thinking and you do more extra reading, you realize that in some way or the other, it all ironically makes sense.